Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. We should be live. Check everything. Yeah. Alright, so Mercury finally went direct. 5:07 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard. So, well, now we don't have things to blame on it. Although I don't think that was the sole purpose. We went through rather tumultuous month, that is to say the least. But now it is direct. Things should get lighter a little bit into our life, at the very least with the communication, so to speak. And if you have paid attention to the thumbnail I made for the live stream, on it you can see three tarot cards, which are the collective reading, which I already drew, for the transit. Aside from that collective, of course, there are going to be 12 tarot readings for each star sign. But let's talk a little bit for the collective reading. So the first card that was the Death, followed by the Three of, oops, let's do it that way. So followed by the Three of Swords, and the third card for the collective of the transit, that was the Nine of Swords. So that is how we have them. Those three cards. And the first thing that kind of like came to my mind as soon as I saw those cards was actually to mitigate damages, or in other words, we will have that opportunity to mitigate damages and to, how can I put it into words, to evade, so to speak, facing on a big consequences of one or another action, probably taken through the Mercury retrograde itself. And also things said and things done are gonna have a less impact, so to speak, in a negative way, that is, for the future itself. Also, it's very likely, so to speak, aspects we gave on from, say we gave up on I don't know, a job, or maybe an enterprise. We may give up on a friendship or a certain relationship. So those things that we gave up on, it's likely that we are gonna now have a certain chance to be a part of one more time. So if you have broken up through the Mercury retrograde, it's not impossible, you know, to rather reconciliate. Even it is likely, if for example you have been ghosted throughout the Mercury retrograde, you can expect that person to reach out to you one more time or again throughout that period that Mercury now is going to be direct. And in generally, we are to kind of like see in the next few days, maybe in the next few weeks as well, that we, not just only we, but everybody involved, that is, kind of like acted a little bit harshly, a little bit premature, and things didn't have to go down that way. That kind of like broke the hearts of everybody. That is, should the hearts are broken of everybody. And also, that is for a very specific situations. But if you do have a situation that you are afraid of, that it is looming, that it is coming, as the situation is approaching now, you will kind of like start seeing that there isn't that much to be afraid of. It is just probably throughout the Mercury retrograde, you know, you couldn't see all the facts, or the facts were over exaggerated, and so on and so forth. And that's why you kind of like had your heart been petrified of fear, but now there is not much of a reason to be that afraid for what is to come. And in general, we all kind of like will face what is coming in a better suitable position, so to speak, than the position we thought that we're gonna face it a few days ago. And that's overall for the collective reading. Generally, like I said, it kind of looks like the things are not going to be as bad as we think they are going to be, as far as Mercury is concerned. And also, there will be chances in the next few weeks or a couple of months, maybe, to fix relationships that have been broken throughout the Mercury retrograde itself. So, with that said, guys, now to the bulk of the stream itself. So, what will happen in this live stream and later on that is going to become a video? It is that I'm going to read for the 12 star signs or rather like how that ingression of the Mercury going direct is going to affect each star sign according to my tarot cards. There are going to be as well a three free readings I'm going to give to 3 of you guys. That is going to one reading is going to take place after Cancer, another one is going to take place after Scorpio, and the final one is going to take place after Pisces. All you gotta do to contest for a free reading is just to stick around up until I do announce a break, and once the break is announced, you can ask your question into the comments down below, a question that you want me to read with tarot for. And should there be more than just one question per person, that is, so should there be more than one person asking a question, I'm going to pick a question, one of these questions, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on the question itself. Anyone though who supports the channel and the stream through super chat, you guys are going to get your reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much given, just like Karen did. Thank you, Karen, for your 2 super chats. One is for me and another one is for Pisces Moonbeam. So let me put them into the list. Okay. Yeah, if you do wish to have a personal reading with me, you can always go to my website, which link you will find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you will see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Hello, Lori. I'm fine, although I had a kind of like a nasty dream just before I came and started the live stream. I had a nap, and I don't want to be at the place that I was in the dream itself. It was kind of unpleasant, that is to say the least. All right, so with all that said, starting up first, we do have Aries, so let me shuffle. All right, the first one for Aries, that's going to be the three of Wands. The second card for Aries, that is going to be the King of Cups. And the final one for Aries, we do have the Four of Wands. So these 3 cards. And it's basically the dependency that that Aries are going to kind of like improve on. So what happens now, guys, for you is that you will start depending less and less on what people can give you, what people can offer you, and instead you will become more a self-sufficient, not exposing but drawing on, let's put that expression, a drawing on your own patterns, rather like sitting on your own patterns instead of instead of relying on someone else's. And with that being accomplished, you are highly likely to kind of like challenge yourself to pretty much go for more. It's literally, you will bestow challenges on yourself, most likely into your career, but hey, why not into your relationship as well. And it's highly likely that you will complete those challenges. That is where the Four of Wands being next to the Three of Wands. What is important to know, it's that the foundations that you are sitting on right now, despite how you do look at them currently, you may think that you have no foundations whatsoever, but you do. The foundations that you are sitting on are quite solid, which they are gonna be the support you need, so you can not overcome but to complete the challenges which you are going to bestow upon yourself. What your expectations can be, maybe you may ask. Well, expectations, it is the right word that should be used here, and all of your expectations for the next couple of months are highly likely to come true. Okay, that is if you do challenge yourself to complete those and to meet those expectations of yours. Just don't hope that you are to be offered or proposed anything if you haven't asked for it. Okay, so people are not gonna figure out what you need. People are not gonna feel pity for you and just offer you charity or anything like that. Everything you have to earn yourself, by yourself, and that's why it's very important to go, or rather like to kind of like get out of a codependency or dependency itself, and oh my god, I'm sorry, and try to accomplish things on your own. With the Four of Wands next to the Three of Cups, to Three of Wands, sorry, your hard work definitely is going to be rewarded. So what you can expect from the people around you, especially into your career, it's a little bit a lack of a professional behavior. That could be your state as well, and that is if you do give your emotions an expression. So as far as Mercury Direct is concerned, emotions are not a good thing in the next few weeks, even a few months as well. Thank you, Binary. Right, so that was Aries. Now, next, we do have Taurus. All right, for Taurus, the first one, that's going to be the Queen of Swords. The second card for Taurus, we do have the Lovers. And the final one for Taurus, that's going to be the Two of Pentacles. Well, it's let me show you the cards one more time in a proper spread. All right, so it will be a beneficial, or rather like a productive transit for you, and in the same time not ideal. So why is going to be productive? Well, with that Queen of Swords and the Lover sitting like that, okay, sitting like that, your environment, whether family environment, whether business environment, or friendship or relationship environment, whatever the case, is going to become more and more harmonious throughout the next few weeks to a couple of months. And as it becomes more and more harmonious, you are, guys, going to start seeing a lot of your concerns being no longer whether relevant or whether they are going to be solved right on spot. And that harmony is going to come from your determination to pretty much push your things through no matter what. And this is where the problem really comes. It comes from the second elemental dignity, which is the Queen of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. So pushing your things through no matter what, it's a sometimes it's a, well, most of the time it's a good thing, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to. But in this particular case, there are more than one ways how you can do it. However, you will see only one way forward, which could be rigid. It could be as well unethical. At some points, you are not going to see it that it is unethical, but in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be unethical, and so on and so forth. So what is the best course of action? Well, the best course of action here is I don't know how to put it into words. The best course of action is never mind you. I don't know how to put it into words. Basically what I said stays true, that if you don't take care for your own happiness, no one is going to. One way or another, what you are going to try to manifest in the next couple of weeks to a couple of months is going to materialize. Just whenever the time comes for you to be angry on yourself, regretful is the word that I'm searching for. So whenever the time comes for you to be regretful of how you actually accomplished your results throughout these couple of months, or throughout the next couple of months, remember that it was whether you, or whether, let's put them into quotations, them, right? It is either you or them, because in your development and in your environment, it's going to be a bit free for all into the next couple of months. Where free for all, what I mean is that it's either you and everything you stand for against someone else and everything they stand for, and so on and so forth. So of course you will do what you can to push what you stand for forward. And that should be the mindset that you need to take. Other than that, like I said, in the material reflection of our world, it's highly likely that your work or your job is going to move forward very well. Should you be looking for one, you will have more than one choice to make. I mean, more than one job to pick from. Okay, relationship wise, it's gonna be either your way or the highway, and it is not gonna be the highway for what it seems here from the cards. Just like I said, afterwards you may be a bit regretful how you accomplished that. Pisces Moonbeam, thank you so much for your 3 Canadian, which go to Karen. Karen, make sure that you do stick around up until the end, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the transit. All right, next we have Gemini. All right, first one for Gemini, that's going to be the Strength, followed by the second card of the Three of Swords. And the third one, that's going to be the Nine of Swords. Almost like the Collective. I just, instead of the Death card, we do have the Strength card, which changes the things quite a bit. Hello, Robin. Welcome to the stream. So what happened for you, Gemini, is that the path forward or your development is gonna start. So in the next few weeks, you will see opportunities and options for you to improve and to move forward. Most likely business related, because the Strength card, when it comes to development, it's about a very ambitious drive. All right, something whether a project or an endeavor of your behalf on a big scale, on a major scale, and you will be very, very enthusiastic about it. Now your plans are going to be faced with skepticism, that is to say the least. You will actually be very well criticized for what you are planning to do, maybe from your very family, or from your beloved one, significant one, and so on, children even, and so on and so forth. And this is going to lead you to a situation where you are going to stop explaining yourself. All right, you will feel the need no longer to explain yourself, because at the end of the day, what boils down to, that is how you're going to see things. What is boiled down to, it is what you think is best for yourself. And also at the end of the day, whether you move forward or whether you fail, right, or whether you succeed or fail, you are gonna hurt no one with it. So no one will have the right to tell you what is good for you. That is no different than the parental relationship in between a parent and a child, where the parent knows better what is best for the child, while the child thinks the other way around. And instead of, like I said, giving constantly reasons and explanations why you want to do one thing or another, you will stop doing it. Or rather, like, you will stop giving your explanations and just allow your actions to speak louder than your words. With the human interactions for the next couple of weeks to a couple of months, it does look like that you will maintain your composure, or you're going to quench and strengthen your composure. And basically, whatever you are confronted with, you will always gonna know how to respond in terms of behavior, in a sense of that, whether it be aggressive or passive, or or mild or kind, or angry. You always gonna have the hunch how to respond on one thing or another, which should maintain your positive, benign, fruitful relationships in check. And in most cases is going to pretty much abolish the noxious and unhelpful leeching relationships, if you do have any around you. All right, next we do have Cancer. The first one for Cancer, that's going to be the Chariot, followed by the Page of Pentacles. No, that's the Nine of Pentacles. And the last one, we do have the Fool. Those three cards. So for Cancer, in the next few days, you will going to feel probably the full impact on the Mercury going direct here with those three. So what takes place there? It's major accomplishment that you will achieve, or it may not take in the next few days, but rather like a possibility for accomplishment. If not the accomplishment itself, the possibility for it is going to become obvious in the next few days, and that is going to make you feel very, very proud of yourself. That accomplishment could be literally everything, even to a point where, you know, say you start dating someone and you see that that's everything you have ever wanted. For you, this is going to be an accomplishment that you have endured and stayed that long, for example, single, not allowing yourself to be involved with the wrong person. That is going to be a huge accomplishment for you. Remember, that is how you feel. It doesn't matter how others sees that accomplishment for you. So you can expect to negotiate really good deals for yourself for the next few months. You can expect as well to involve yourself in rather fruitful and productive enterprises. That is for yourself. You can expect as well to accomplish a lot from your plans here, having the Chariot with the Nine of Pentacles. That is doing the bulk of the work, regardless how difficult that work kind of feels like, especially if you are having can I put it into words, belief into the doom and gloom that you won't be able to make it. What you are standing in front of as a task is a way too big of a piece for you to chew up and swallow down. You will surprise yourself to see that actually you can do it, and you will do it, by the way. So what is the result of all that, you may ask? Well, the result of all that is that throughout the next few months, or rather like a couple of months until the next Mercury retrograde, you are going to have a moment, or moments, plural, of a wish fulfillment. And then you will kind of like experience the luck of your hard work and feel very, very proud of yourself. Now, as you do go forward and the time passes, as much as, or how can I put it into words, the longer the time passes within the next few months, the more you are not gonna feel like you need a fresh start. One thing I need to warn you here, should you start dating someone, even though that may be a person who you can make a really harmonious and flourishing relationship with, don't rush it, guys. I mean, do not jump into it prematurely. Not like you know, things are not gonna work out in between you two, but there are gonna be disappointments here and there that are totally unneeded. Before you establish relationship, make sure you made your homework. Make sure that you do get to know that person very, very well. And so with that, we are entering into the first break, and now one of you is gonna have a free reading from me, or is going to, yeah, it's gonna get a free reading from me. All that you gotta do to enter the contest is just input a question into the comments down below, and in about 5 minutes I'm going to pick one of your questions, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on the question itself. If there are no questions, I'm just going to move to the next 4 star signs, which are a Leo, Virgo, Libra, and as well Scorpio. Of course, Should anyone supports the channel and the stream through super chat, you guys are gonna get a reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much given. And should your super chat happens to be $20 or above, the reading is going to be that very same reading I'm doing, or the format of the reading is going to be that very same format that I'm doing for the star signs themselves. And give me a minute, guys. 1 minute. Hey, Chandra. Thank you for your $4.99 US. And Liz as well. Thank you, Liz, for your $5 US. May put you guys into the list, and you will get your reading after the end of, or rather, like at the end of the live stream. I don't know, Robin. No, I was fine until I started the live stream, and then this nostril here, it plugged. Okay, it plugged, and I have a hard time breathing through my nose, so I had to take a medicine for it. That's why I needed a minute, okay? Because I didn't want you guys to see me how I am spraying in my nose. But it's unplugged now. So no, I don't have any cold. Maybe I do. It's starting. If it is starting, not much I can do about it. Mattia, thank you so much for your $9.99. Thank you, Mattia. Make sure that you as well stay around up until the end of the stream, where you're gonna get your personal reading. And even if you cannot be here by the end of the stream, guys, you can always watch it on a recording a couple of hours after the stream is done. Oh my god, I can breathe again. Oh yes. It is okay. It is an okay question, Krista, but I am not talking with any spirits. What I do is interpreting tarot cards, And you should always feel proud if what you did it for the best to yourself, right? As far as your concern is about are you gonna find love again, of course you will. Everybody does. Well, Matthew, there is another option for you. I mean, you can find a PayPal me link into the description down below if you do want to support us that way. So, Krista, your question is not a matter of a tarot reading, it's a matter of time, literally. Oh, yeah, I remember you, Matthew. All right, so is my endeavor I'm about to begin a long-term one, or we will be blessed with opportunities soon? So it's a win-win. All right, let's check it out. Hello, Sue and Kara. Welcome, guys. Girls, rather. Welcome, girls. It's a lot of both. Robin, those are your cards here. Let me see the time frame. Yeah, it's a pretty long time frame. By the end of September 2023. Okay, by the end of September 2023. So what happens within this time frame? You will make your endeavor a long-term one, and then an opportunity is gonna come about. Okay, so it's a little bit of it's a lot of both. That whole process for you, Robin, developing your endeavor and making it a long-term one is gonna always feel like you are skating on a thin ice, okay, while it isn't. You just make sure you put a hard work behind it, and you're always gonna be pleased with the results. Let's say it that way, no matter how rough the whole thing looks like. Oops. Well, in my opinion, Krista, of course it's gonna make you stronger. I mean, you no longer depend on anybody. And dependency, it's literally what makes you weak, right? That's my opinion, at least. You're welcome, Robin. And Matthew, to address your question, mates, every single one of us didn't have any luck in the last couple of months. Let me tell you mine. Just that is just a small portion of it. Half of my equipment pretty much gave on me, of my technology, I mean. My air conditioner, my refrigerator, and I don't want to even begin to kind of like count them down. So I had to replace all that, and then my mother had a pretty huge fine. So me and my brother had to kind of like pay it, and that was not a small amount of money. Um, so yeah, you're not the only one who doesn't have any luck, right? That is just because of things at the sky. Probably they may have something more to do with your chart than mine, right? But I cannot help you with that because I'm not an astrologer. You can turn to Pisces Moonbeam if you want. She may be able to help you with it. Well, Krista, if that's what you feel, then by all means do it. Who knows? In a few months or in a few years, you may feel other way around. For a couple of minutes, and then I'm moving to the Leo star sign. What do you mean? What did I do, Pisces Moonbeam? Oh, did I that I recommended you? Well, of course I will. When you said storms, Karen, we had a pretty huge one a few days ago, and a lot of people died, not by a tornado or anything like that. Through, would you believe it, chain lightnings. It's literally the lightning struck, and few people fall. It was pretty severe. Houses were torn apart. It was pretty terrible. But because what I do is every time 7 p.m. I'm going out for a walk, and I'm listening to a book, right, audiobook. And at that day, when I walked out my block and I saw the sky, I knew that things are gonna go bad really, really quick. So I said to myself, no walk today, guys. I'm just, I'm just gonna chill home. But yeah. Yeah, no shit. 5 people died close to my place from one chain lightning. It's pretty terrible stuff. All right, next one we do have Leo. um, I don't understand the question, Krista. What do you mean? Who is answering the question? I am answering the question. All right, so for Leo, the first one, that's going to be the strength, followed by the moon, and the third one, it's going to be the Ace of Cups. Those three. Well, not much to be said about those three guys. Aside from that, now you have the luxury to do whatever the heck you like. Simple as that. Without feeling the need to pretty much prove yourself to anyone. Without feeling the need to, how can I put it into words? To explain yourself to anyone. And all in all, Leo, the more you go forward in the next couple of months, the more you're gonna feel that, you know, your fate is your own, and you are the one who pretty much navigates your fate. What you can expect from it is that you may do things that you're not gonna be proud of course. And you may miss a few turns here and there that you should have taken, but on the plus side, you are not going to feel bad in the next couple of months. You're not going to feel emotionally unstable. You will feel like you are on the top of the world, and you will feel like you can do anything. That is because, like I said, you get to do whatever you like without much of a consequences aside from a missing chances. But hey, if you didn't hear that reading, you ain't gonna know that you are missing chances. So overall, you're gonna feel really, really well, Leo, in the next couple of months. Just so you know, guys, well, whatever you do, it's not going to be that impactful on the grand scheme of things. What I mean, that one way or another, what you are destined for is going to happen. And this Mercury Direct, this period of time, you are not going to have a chance to screw it at all. It's just, how can I put it into words? Things you are going to do and things that you are going to act about are going to be irrelevant for your grand scheme of things, not grand scheme of things, for your purpose, so to speak, or for your calling, or for your destiny. At least that is according to my tarot cards. Another thing for you, Leo, it is that it is highly unlikely to find, that is if you are single, highly unlikely is that you will find someone to fall in love with within the next couple of months. And also, it's highly unlikely that you will see any change whatsoever being positive in your life, unless that change is inflicted by yourself. So you provoke the change itself rather than the change comes to you. Very confident it is what you are going to be, and as well determined, steadfast, strong in general. And that's pretty much about it. If you're hoping to find a job, highly likely to find a very well paid one, highly likely to find one that is going to utilize all of your skills. It's not going to be a happy job though. You will grow to hate it eventually. All right, so next one, we do have Virgo. Spirit and ancestors, yeah, they're more uh they're more attached to a Ouija board, aren't they, guys? I mean, tarot doesn't speak for spirits and ancestors. It's tarot, it's knowledge. It's written in them, arcana, because it's I, it kind of like it contains major and minor arcana, 22 major arcana, 56 minor arcana, and arcana pretty much means knowledge. It doesn't mean spirits, ancestors, or anything like that. Intuition neither, or vision, you know. It means knowledge. All right, next one we do have for Virgo, we do have the Four of Cups. That is the first one. Followed by the second card of the Six of Pentacles. And the third one, that's going to be the Ace of Wands. I was very unexpected having the Ace of Wands there. So what it is then? What you deserve, but not what you are excited about? Give me a moment, guys. So without a question, there will be a big stir for you, Virgo. So pretty much that Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, this is like a flow that it is developing slowly and very, very naturally. And it is a flow that it's very unique to every person. So your flow, it's different from the flow of your friend. And that is like the natural development of one's character or of one's path, and so on and so forth. That Ace of Wands, though, it kind of puts a strain on the flow. I don't know how to put it into words. So what happens is that within the next, as Mercury goes direct, this flow for you is gonna start rolling out, and you are gonna start seeing the you know, your situation into your job and into your career, it's improving. Situations into your relationships as well are improving. When I say relationships, I mean all kind of relationships, whether business, whether personal. Also, your emotional state is going to be improving. Everything literally is going to start improving to a point where you will have no reason to be concerned for sustenance, but rather you're going to have a reason now to think of what you can do more, right? And you're going to start looking around for a bigger and more beneficial opportunities. Again, looking around. You're not taking them yet. And that Ace of Wands being there, it kind of means, because it's an enemy to the Four of Cups, it kind of means that when you start looking around, the first thing that you are going to see is how underwhelming those opportunities are. and that's going to be an issue for you, Virgo. Whether those opportunities are in terms of a love and romance, or they are in terms of business, this is just the shell, but not the content of it. So my advice to you guys, and also the advice of the cards themselves as well, is try them out. Okay, give yourself the luxury, or rather like the chance, to kind of like trail something. It's like demo, right? Like a demonstration. I don't know how to put it into words. Let me check on the word, okay, because I don't know it in English. Let me check on the word. Well, to test, oh, very, very simple, although that's no, whatever. All right. Oh, hold on a second. We do have it here.
Gas station.
Wagas.
Gas station.
Well, I'm never gonna be able to pronounce that. Something like a one world. All right, so that's the word. Okay, hold on a second. That's the word. I'm posting it. Something like a gas. No, I won't be able to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself. But yeah, so test it. All right, test it. See if it's something that suits you once you're starting to seeing the content of it. So just because you don't like the woman or the guy right away, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't give them a chance. And once you give them a chance to go out on a cup of coffee, or on a dinner, you know, that cup of coffee and that dinner, that doesn't have to be that deep. You know, sometimes coffee is just a coffee. Sometimes one dinner is just a dinner, right? But if you do start beginning to see more than your first impression, then you may want to kind of like keep up with the chance itself. My point here is that your first impression for the new opportunities in the next few months, as far as Mercury Direct is going to be a bit fucked up. Okay, yeah, it's not going to be objective to a 100%. That is only for the new option, for the new enterprises, that is. So leave a higher margin for error, so to speak. And one last thing for you, Virgo. If you do have a problem, guys, solve it yourself. No one else will be able to do it for you. All right, moving on. Next, we do have Libra. Hey, Zebra. Welcome to the stream. So first one for Libra, that's going to be the Hangman, followed by 10 of Pentacles, and the next one, that's going to be the 6 of Cups. So those 3 cards. And Libra, it's gonna be a pleasant experience overall. So what happened for you guys is that there will be no rush for anything in the next few weeks to 3 months, I believe it is the time span in between retrograde and directs, or rather like in between directs and retrogrades. And within that 3 months of span, moving forward, you ain't gonna feel rush for anything. In fact, for as far as those cards are concerned, your difficulties and your problems are gonna pretty much start resolving themselves on their own accord. That is, if you're not freaking out about them, and if you're not taking any not just only rational but as well rushed actions to solve them in any way. Patience is a virtue here, and think it that way whenever you do face a predicament in the next few weeks. Think it as a test, okay, as a test, and simultaneously a breakthrough for you. It's a test because all that you gotta do in order that breakthrough to manifest is just wait and observe. So you can adopt the mindset that you have done your part long time ago, and now it's time for the universe, or rather for the other side of the party, to do their own. Because you cannot do that for you. Because you cannot do that for them. I'm sorry. And let me give you this example now. Imagine you ask someone out, okay, and they tell you that they're going to think about it, and when they're ready, they're going to call you out for it. Well, what is going to happen if you keep on insisting while they have told you that they are not ready yet? Oh, you are exceedingly increasing your chances to be right away denied. And it's going to be much more possible that date or a meeting to happen if you just leave them to get ready for you, or to get ready for what is to come. Okay, so that is pretty much the situations or type of situations that you are going to be in. You may ask for the job, and if that job isn't given to you right away, just wait for it. Okay, you have already made your case, and now you just have to let it sink, and when it let it cook, and when it cooks out enough, it's going to be given to you. Simple as that. Aside from that, very joyful period of time for the already existing enterprises of yours, your work, your family matters, for example, your friendships. You can expect to have a really, really, really good time in it. Basically, I can't guarantee that all of them are going to, but most of the experiences you're going to have are going to be very, very pleasant. You can expect to associate yourself with people that you do like very, very much. And as far as enterprises are concerned, all of the enterprises that you will decide to become a part of going to be enterprises you will pretty much enjoy being a part of in general. Hello Anna, welcome to the stream. All right, so moving on, next we do have Scorpio. All right, first one for Scorpio, Temperance. Second one, that's gonna be the Hermits. And the final one, we do have the Ten of Cups. It's so it's underwhelming. Kind of hope for more. So what happens is that next few weeks, we as a Scorpio are gonna start doing the things we have to, even though at some cases that's not gonna be very pleasant for us. So basically we're gonna do our job, so to speak, and none of it is gonna matter. All right. So basically, like I said, it's underwhelming because the bigger message of those cards, it is one big gigantic waste of our time for anything that we will try to do, in quotations, the right way. Okay, so oh man. Well, at least the positivity out of it is that there will be no conflicts and there will be no losses aside from the time that is, and also that we are going to start earning the respect of others. But bottom line, nothing tangible, and the compassion and the solidarity as well. But again, that won't matter if we are not happy, is it? And for what those cards are showing for Scorpio, which I am very, very sad to see, it's unlikely that we will find our path in the next few weeks to a couple of months. Basically, it's one big limbo. Basically, it's one big autopilot. It's what they are showing, career-wise and relationship-wise as well. Yeah, a big nothing burger. That's the thing. It could have been worse. Okay, it could have been much worse than that. But bottom line is that nothing. It's as much as positive as much as negative, right? It's negative because nothing pretty much comes out of it. It's positive because nothing pretty much comes out of it. So everything is gonna be just the same. With the exception of the waste of our time. So I do suggest you guys to start wasting your time with things you love. I love playing video games. I very well know that there are a few video games I waited for so long to come out. They're coming out in the next couple of months. So, but guess who's gonna play them? It's a gigantic sink of time. But I'm gonna do it with a happy face. You love, for example, going out, do it, you know. But yeah, nothing much I can say for Scorpio. Well, one last thing. If you can't get eye to eye with someone around you, say you do have huge differences with your boss, or you do have huge differences with I don't know, coworker, or maybe with a friend of yours, screw it. I mean, don't argue at all. Just, you know, leave them be to their opinions, as they are gonna leave you be with yours, and that way, you know, the respect in between you two is going to be restored, because you're not gonna picking your nose up with their, or rather like with someone else's business. Just because you do have differences, that doesn't mean that you cannot be friends, lovers, co-workers, etc, etc. Well, not everything is set in stone, but for the time being, it's you know, there are no stones around, so yeah, but he's not around. I hope he's okay. All right, that was for Scorpio. Now the second free reading is taking place. One of you guys can get a free reading from me now, and in order to contest for it, all that you gotta do is just to type a question that you want me to read for with tarot cards in the description down, not in the description, but in the comments of the live stream. And I'm gonna give you 5 minutes for it. Should there be any questions, I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna make a professional reading on it. If there are no questions at all, I'm gonna move on to the last 4 star signs. Of course, anyone who supports the stream and the channel through super chat, you guys are gonna get a reading at the end of the stream. That's guaranteed, and should your super chat be $20 or above, you're gonna get the very same format of a reading that I'm doing for the star signs themselves. Nothing, well, things are not exactly cast in stones. For example, cast in stone is that you may be successful, right? So that is cast in stone, whether you will end up being successful or not. But how, that is entirely up to you, when and where also, okay? So that's why tarot is not, that is at least the philosophy of tarot. And the cards are not good for example, should I move my house? They don't care really, or kind of like should I move from my place to another? They don't care, right? If you are meant to be successful, you are going to be, regardless if you move to I don't know, Mexico, Europe, Canada, Russia, whatever. All right, wherever you go, if you are a good dentist, you will be a good dentist. All right, and you are going to make money out of it. Same thing with the love. If you are meant to be loved, you are going to be regardless where you go. If you are a good person, right, attractive and so on and so forth, engaging, you are going to be that person everywhere you go, and people are going to like you. I haven't even read your question yet, Patty, but yeah, hopefully my explanation pretty much answers it. For a locational questions, it is better to go for astrologer. I don't know what they are using exactly, a solar arc or whatever, you know, but they can determine where you will be most, let's say, efficient at, depending on what you are seeking. They can tell you what part of the world it's better, not the only one, but it is better for you to, for example, find your loved one, or what part of the world is better for you to be career oriented, and so on and so forth. Yeah, astrocartography. All right, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that even. But yeah, whatever that is, Pisces moonbeam. Well, that's why you are the happiest person in the world, aren't you? That's why you are waking up with a smile every morning, and you just can't put off that smile from your face. Yeah. See? You are smiling. Every day, exactly. Every single day. I don't know what line I'm living on. Can you check for the shits and giggles what line I'm living on? I wouldn't be surprised if it is the Mars line. Tammy, that's not a good advice for me. I don't have any intuition. Go on, do it now, so everybody can know if it is something you can do for 5 minutes. All right. He's what was it? Hold on a second. Will John come through his aura like this time? No, oh my God. No. Ooh, I guess I got cold. Uh, uh oh my God. Yeah, I guess I got cold. Thank you. Well, if you get to choose, Anna, or if I were at your place and I get to choose, I would go to Japan. No questions asked, right? It's just that's an easy choice for me. Or rather, like, it's no choice at all. Karen, those are your cards. He's gonna come through only under two conditions. Either if it serves him, or rather, like, if it serves his purpose, or if someone makes them do it. Why Japan? Because to me Japan is a bit mysterious. I mean, I do not understand their culture and I would like to understand it. And Bolivia and Brazil, they're not exactly the safest places in the world to be at, so but I don't know, Karen. I think that he's gonna bargain for it, and if you agree to his bargaining, he will come through. If you say no, he's not gonna come through. But I think that he's gonna start bargaining for it. That is what those cards are showing. So I don't know. If you leave the things as they are, most likely no. Well, does he know that? And fair according to whom? Because it may be fair to you, it may not be fair to him. Someone may be offering more for his time, you know, so just ask him how much you want. Just ask him what you want and strike the deal. Right, couple of minutes, guys, and then moving to the last 4 star signs, which are going to be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces. Well, Tammy, truth be told, I lost that feeling a long time ago. See, that's the problem. Going right in the area, maybe he wants you to pay him more. It may not feel fair, but that's the price, right? So, because he may have other areas to work on that are paying more. Anna, thank you for your $20 support. Thank you, Anna. Make sure that you stick around a little bit longer, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the Mercury Direct. I don't know, Karen. Hopefully he will this time, but again, according to the cards, only if that serves his purpose. He's gonna ask for something. Well, Tammy, that is something we spoke about. We are speaking about every single live stream I'm having. That retrograde was brutal for everyone, not just for you. It's just every single one of us had it rough. That is to say the least. But every single one of us had it rough. All right. Next one, Sagittarius. See, it's great. That's why my life is going literally nowhere. No wonder. How am I recording that thing? All right, Sagittarius, Two of Swords, with the Ace of Cups, and the next one that's going to be the Nine of Cups. Work hard, she said. Is that person even here? I mean, are you talking to me? If you gotta work hard, you're not working the right job, right? You gotta work with pleasure, and when you work with pleasure, you are not working hard. All right, so this is how the elemental dignity for you, Sagittarius, stands. Two of Swords one more time, with the Ace of Cups and with the Nine of Cups. So pretty chill transit or a Mercury Direct. It is what you do have. Now the good thing about those cards is that you are gonna get all of your answers which are relevant to choices you gotta make. Or in other words, you can expect in the next couple of months to get the necessary information or to become a witness of the necessary circumstances, events, so to have the awareness to make the only obvious right choice moving forward. And therefore, it's highly unlikely for you to make any mistakes in a sense of choosing the wrong person or the wrong job or the wrong car or the wrong place for you to live in. That is if you do have any choices in front of you to make. All that you gotta do is just, delay as much as you can making your decision, and the only option available that stands at the end is gonna be the right option available for you. Also, you will have that feeling of peace around you. Highly unlikely is going to be that you will experience turmoil, problems, and in generally a chaotic situations as far as Mercury Direct is pretty much concerned. On the flip side, though, for you, Sagittarius, it's gonna be emotionally underwhelming. I mean, you're gonna be just like me, right? Just no excitement out there. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna be happy, just you're not gonna be excited about one thing or another. That is because of the peace itself, meaning that when there is no, when everything is in an equilibrium, there is nothing for you to be excited of. But that's a big lesson from the Tarot philosophy. It is that you cannot have everything, all right? You either have peace or excitement, one of the two. You either have passion or love, one of the two. Because passion, by the way, is a fiery, let's put it that way, it's a fiery feeling. Love, it's watery feeling, and water and fire, they don't mix very well together, right? They pretty much cancel each other out. So that was just an example. That's Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's that was not Three of Cups, it is Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's just nothing that it is gonna materialize for you, Sagittarius, or rather like for us, because I do have a lot of things in Sagittarius. It's gonna be like, the next thing on the line, rather than, oh my god, it's happening, and something to look forward to, and so on and so forth. Other than that, life goes on, and it seems that by the end of this particular transit for you, Sagittarius, you end up being on a pretty good position, done all of the right choices. Sadly, you're not gonna feel that the position is good. All right, next one, it's gonna be Capricorn. Yeah, everyone can learn astrology, everyone can learn tarot as well. I'm trying to learn astrology and I can tell you that's not my thing at all. You're welcome, Tammy. Huh. The Ten of Swords pops up here for you, Capricorn, with the Five of Wands. Oh my god. The Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. You know what? Alright, I'm not gonna say my opinion on it because it's gonna piss people out. What are you ouching for? That thing haven't even started yet. You don't know even the half of it. Ugh. So many things are going on. For you, Capricorn, be myself. Well, all right, so be myself. There are gonna be more than one situation for you, Capricorn, where you're gonna feel screwed. Well, right away you're gonna feel fucked, pretty much. It's a feeling is gonna be that is pretty much beyond your control, and you are in a position that you just have to cut your losses. It is what it is, right? Now, well, bottom line is that this ingression that you are going through is gonna change you, right? It's gonna change the way you see things. It's gonna change the way you think about things. It's gonna change the way you set your priorities as well. It generally is gonna pretty much change your lifestyle. By the end of this transit, there are gonna be, for example, at the end of this transit, things you put yourself through are not gonna be things you are gonna put yourself through anymore, right? And vice versa as well. So this is more like a, I don't know if it is about transformation, more like a transition that's that you, Capricorn, are going to undergo. Throughout the transit itself, it does look like that you will make a lot of choices, which are going to be final choices. Whether leaving your job or starting a new job, you know, leaving a relationship, starting a relationship, whatever the case, this time around is going to be pretty much for good, one way or the other. And believe it or not, this isn't something bad that is going to happen. It's just the feeling, your feeling is going to be like you are, you know, screwed around, and that you are post factum being set in the situation, like being the victim of the circumstances, being in there. but aside of that, the situations themselves that you're going to find yourself into are going to be very neutral, and their result is going to be determined depending on your actions. Okay. uh, for what the cards are showing here, try to be surprising. I don't know how you can do that, but this is what the card's saying. So do what people do not expect you to do, all right? I don't know how you can do that. Personally, I would never figure out for myself, but hey, I have nothing in Capricorn, so don't look at me here. But this behavior of yours is gonna help you solve a lot of problems that you do have. I'm talking about mundane problems, right? Day-to-day problems. For example, you may be angry of something or maybe of someone every single day, and that problem is going to be solved. You know, for example, you may hate something at your work every single day, and that is going to be solved, so on and so forth. But that solution, one more time, is going to happen through the transition, where you will become more definitive when it comes to decision making and action taking as well. And this the definity is going to come from the feeling that you are fucked. So that was for Capricorn. Followed on next, we do have Aquarius. No, okay, it could have been worse. Could have been far worse than that. For example, you may have the Four of Pentacles instead of the Five of Pentacles, and then the reading completely changes. It pretty much means that you are not gonna be just fucked. You will fuck around with your future, right? You will have the unique chance. If we had the Four of Pentacles being there, you will have the unique chance to annihilate your future right away with one decision or with one action being taken. So it could have been much, much worse. All right, Knight of Pentacles for Aquarius. The second one, that's going to be the Chariot. And the third one, we have the Star. Or, for example, Ten of Pentacles. That would have mean that someone is gonna, or something, you know, it could be as well kind of like an organization, for example, is gonna tie you up. Whether in a contract or in some kind of a scheme, and basically is gonna suck everything you got. It's gonna milk you for all you got. Now, Aquarius. This relates so much to the Scorpio reading. And I'm saying that because I am rising Aquarius. So Scorpio, Sun, rising Aquarius, and my, they align so much. So once again, the cards for Aquarius. Hello. Into it now. All right. Aquarius, next few months are going to be very slow for us guys, in a sense of progress. Things are gonna happen one thing after another, right? Or rather, like a one thing lead to another. But we won't be able to make a huge things unless we have done the small things beforehand. So it's like imagine it that way. The progress, whether into our career or into our relationships, is going to be in a sequence rather than how can I put it into words? Rather than in jumps, maybe it is the best I can say. So what will benefit us the most in the next few months, it is to take it really slow and simple, right? Or how the Pisces moon being told me once, you gotta keep the KISS principle, keep it simple and stupid, all right? And that is literally with everything, career wise, relationship wise, friendship wise as well. It's just we must be consistent, and with very very simple actions or very simple decision makings, one thing after another, we will make slow but very very steady process. Now when I said relationship, something very specific may come out of those cards, and that is X, right? Or someone thinks did not worked out, it may not be X, right? Maybe, for example, say a high school sweetheart, the things didn't work out, we just couldn't be together back then for one or another reason. Maybe because they were accepted in a college 3,000 miles away, or we were accepted in a college 3,000 miles away, and so on and so forth. But now finally we do have the chance to make something out of it. Are we gonna do it? Well, that depends pretty much entirely on us. But regardless, if the process, or rather like the progress for us Aquarius, is going to be slow and steady, by the end of this ingression, I don't know when it is, when Mercury goes retrograde one more time, but by the end of it, we will be very happy with the results, regardless of how big or small those results are. And also, we are going to be very proud of our consistency for one or another reason. I'm always proud of my consistency. Now, the issue with all that is that it's not gonna, how can I put it into words, the whole process is not gonna live up to our standards and as well to our ideals. Maybe we are used to do bigger stuff, maybe we are used to do different stuff, maybe we're used to have our situations in a different way, but here unfortunately we don't have the luxury to choose and as well to decide. But again, very very possible for us Aquarius, it is to whether jump into the old branches of love or simply to jump into the branches of love. So if you are single, I guess the universe is gonna smile on you, it's gonna smile on us. I suggest you not to miss that chance and that opportunity. Make no mistake here Aquarius, although the progress in our business or whatever it is, right, is gonna be slow, doesn't mean that it's going to be insignificant. In fact, it's going to be very very significant, because that progress will give us the necessary foundation after this ingression is over for us to do something huge and big. For many of us, it's going to be something we never dared to think of even. And last but of course not least, we do have Pisces. All right, first one for Pisces, that's going to be the Six of Swords, followed by the King of Pentacles, And the last one, that's going to be the Page of Swords. So we do have those three for you guys. Well, now Mercury topic. Mercury topic. It seems that next few weeks are going to be... Good night, Kate. Hope you have a good one. So, I don't know how to put it into words, but long story short, for one or another reason, you will be able to unite people, convince people into the common cause, into the common good, depending on what you do understand under the common good. But in order to do that, you will have to go out of your way, which is not going to be a problem whatsoever for you, Pisces. So if your word, your idea up until this point was considered stupid, for example, or it was considered unacceptable, or it was considered, say, immature, or a fallacy, or a rather like being celluloid, now it's going to be seen as a reasonable, and in fact, for many cases, is going to be seen as the only reasonable thing that can be done at the moment. Also, you will do as well some moves into the next few weeks which are a lot out of your character. Straight away, you will surprise a lot of people around. Now, those surprises may provoke conflicts, it may provoke arguments as well. Just to tell you guys, no one can win into those conflicts or into those arguments. Best thing you can do, just don't argue for the next few weeks. Just leave people to think what they want. You do what you think is best for yourself. The good thing about this these cards is that whatever you do, it's just you cannot get it wrong, all right? Because whatever you do is going to produce better results than the results you pretty much currently have. Now, on the flip side, no one is going to help you. On the flip side, no one will pretty much invest their time, efforts, money, if you will, or feelings into what you are trying to establish. Just because you are able to convince everybody in the common cause doesn't mean that everybody will want that cause to manifest and to take place in general. In fact, now that I think of, you may convince people, or rather like you may show people how good it is, and you may show evil people how good it is. You know, evil people, they don't do well into good stuff, right? But just have it in your mind, Pisces, that whatever action you anticipate to make in the next few weeks, it's going to be better than no action at all, right? So be a little bit more braver than usual. That's what I am trying to say. And the last thing here is that being emotional, it's not going to be the best thing you can do for the next couple of weeks. You got to be smart. You got to be keen with your intellect and with your logic. And emotions and logic, they don't go very well together, do they? So that was for Pisces, and now the last break, like Karen mentioned here, and one of you guys can get a free reading now. In order to contest for it, you gotta input your question that you want me to read for with the tarot cards into the comments down below, and in about 5 minutes I'm gonna pick one of the questions, should there be any, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on the question itself. If there are no questions, I'm just gonna move to the super chats readings. Anyone who supports the stream and the channel through super chat, you guys are gonna get a reading very, very soon. That's pretty much given. And should your super chat be $20 or above, The reading is gonna be the very same format I did for the star signs themselves. But yeah, I think Robin, was it? I think that I do have cold. My eyes are starting to shut down. I guess I am developing a fever now. Uh, Sorry to hear that, Anna. I don't know what's going on. Usually I'm very healthy, but lately it's I'm more susceptible to those colds and all that. I'm just gonna take fever reduction, medicine, and I'm gonna go to sleep after the live stream is over. I hate tea. Uh, I something that I gotta force myself drinking. It's but I'm gonna try out, Karen. I'm gonna really try it out. Oh, I like fruity. I do have strawberry one, and also raspberry one, and a blueberry one. And I love the blueberry one and the raspberry one. The strawberry one, not that much, but it's still good. And I sweet it with sugar. I don't like with the honey. I get and that is only when I mix it with a tea. I get acids, right? And I don't like that. So I use sugar as a sweetener. All right, Kate, let's address your question. Like I said an hour ago, probably, I don't know if you were around. Locations are pretty much irrelevant to the tarot cards. If you are meant to be happy or successful, you are going to be regardless if you are in your home place or if you are abroad. For that reason, I'm gonna pick Chandra's one, which is that the work is about to become really, really crazy in the next several weeks. So is her goal set gonna be successful? Let's check it out. Yeah, I don't eat sweeties, so a little bit of a sugar in the tea, it's not gonna hurt me at all. I don't know what you mean under a few weeks, Chandra, but according to these cards, the time frame is by the end of September next year, and those are the cards. Let me remove the Pisces. Oh my god, the Pisces clip. Whoa, was about to die. So those are the cards here. I'm gonna say it that way to you. Regardless what happens, you ain't gonna lose anything. Okay, so I guess that is going to be successful in generally this crazy process that you are mentioning here, that the job is gonna be crazy about. Yeah, it's going to be successful itself. For what the cards are showing, the set goals should be met and will be met. Maybe it's gonna take you a little bit more time, and the environment is gonna be a bit more unpleasant than what you are used to. All right, so it's not just gonna be about having a lot of work, it's gonna be stressful work, just so you know. But yeah, I mean, it should be successful. Well, that sounds a bit disgusting to me. Now that you are mentioning, and probably this is because the teas are different, all right? English tea, for example, is very different from the tea we have here, which is very, very different from the tea that Japan drink. My aunt was in Japan and she brought a tea, and it has nothing to do with what we drink here as a tea. It's way more dense. It has a much bigger structure in it. I don't know how to put it into words. All right, so but it's the Japan's tea. It's like a juice than anything else. But when you mentioned that, in my very first job, there was that person who was pouring honey in their coffee, and they said it's great, you know, and it is how they're drinking the coffee. And I said to myself, I'm gonna try it out. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna try it out. And I poured, you know, one stick of honey. You know, these thick in polyesters. So I put one stick of honey in them, or a one vial, so to speak, of honey into my coffee. The most disgusting thing I ever tasted. It was terrible. I think that person has something wrong with their taste receptors on their tongue. Not just only that, Chandra, is gonna be not just only the work, but the nature of it as well. I don't have any sugar in my coffee either. I love it dark, or a black coffee, whichever way you call it. All right, super chat now, guys. And first super chat is mine. So let's check on what the direct Mercury is gonna bring me. All right, those are the cards. It's gonna bring me an end of a bond. So I guess I'm gonna be kicked out of the life of someone. Wow, that's not something new under the sun. All right, Pisces Moonbeam, let me see your question. This is your card. It's gonna be keep on going regardless what you do. That's the answer to your question. All right, Karen. Mercury Direct now pretty much restores the justice in your life. Now we do have justice. When I say restore the justice, I mean that any action you do from now on moving forward is gonna have a reciprocal results. For example, if you are nice with someone, they're gonna be nice with you. If you work hard, you will have the results which that hard work is meant to produce. That is what I mean, that the justice is going to be restored to you. And also, Karen, into the next few weeks, you will have that, how can I put it into words, that discernment to be able to say the wrong from the rights, and that way you will make some very, very good decisions for yourself and also for anything that you do stand for as well. But the bigger thing for you, Karen, is that this justice is going to be restored for you. Well, yeah, it could be as well, be careful of actions, because if your actions are nasty actions, that will, for example, produce a nasty results. Chandra, we do have the Six of Swords for you. Six of Swords is very common when you are capable to convince people into that the agenda is it's, let's say, not just only righteous but also rightful. And as well, the Six of Swords is really common when you have that relates to the question you asked here that I just answered, but also relates to it because it's very common to when you are about to be involved into something that you have how can I put it into words, no clue of, or rather like it's a new shore for you to explore, and you may be a bit afraid to set your foot into that new shore, whether that new shore stands for a project or for a relationship, right? But what you need to know is that it's just whichever way it goes is going to be the impact of it to you and as well to your business or to your personal life is going to be better than what you have right now. So literally you cannot go wrong with it moving on forward. All that you got to do is just don't give yourself up to the fear of that you can screw things around, because you can't. All right, next one, we do have Liz. That's gonna be the Ace of Swords. So Liz, as Mercury goes direct, people will become genuine around you, all right? And you also, not like you will not gonna be genuine, but from now on into the next few weeks, you now will have the incentive, the chance, and as well, how can I put it into words? And the spiritual strength to say what you think, as people are going to say what they think to you as well. And that way, you know, the cards that you all hold are going to be unfolded on the table. Everyone is going to know how they stand, you know, what others think of them. That is everyone around you. And that way, Liz, you will be able to pretty much say a true diagnosis what your relationships are with people you work with, people you go out with, people you make love with, and so on and so forth. And also you will now gonna start talking about topics and things which were taboo beforehand. Mattia, your card is the Emperor. Oh my god, with the King of Swords. So those two cards, the Emperor and the King of Swords. First things first, Mattia, it does look like that this next few weeks, or rather like several weeks, as the Mercury, or for the duration of that, the Mercury is direct. I don't know how to put it into words. It's like very professional approach and behavior from your behalf towards everything, right? Even towards your, for example, love affair or family affair, business affair, friendship affairs, whichever affairs, your approach, like I said, is going to be very professional, very consistent, and that is going to pretty much breed confidence and reliability into all that are around you. But also, whatever let's say issues, concerns, or problems that you had due Mercury retrograde and you couldn't find solution of, okay? We recently had a reading and I can think of one of these problems now, but I'm just not going to say it here, right? But whatever problems you couldn't find solution of, now into the next several weeks, not just only you will see how, but also a very effective strategy is going to be created by you and probably by someone else also around you, which is gonna present you with the way out of those difficulties. Result of the Mercury direct, what you can expect of it is to be able to exert even bigger control of your life and what you stand for, okay? And that way you will basically going to face the ups and downs of your life with much more bear than before. And the final one from the super chat, Anna, we do have the King of Pentacles for you with the Lovers and the Tower. So those three cards. So Anna, according to the cards, you are already invested and not much you can do about, okay? Rather than keep up with the investment, all right? See it through to the very, very end. According to the cards as well, things are not going to be as, let's say, as difficult or as bad as you are seeing them right now. And eventually, your, let's put it that way, your investments are going to see a return. Point of those cards is that you already have made your choice and now you just can't decide. You don't have the luxury, or rather like the option to decide unless you are prepared to lose your investments, all right? That's pretty much what is at stake here. And as far as guidance go for you, Anna, before you actually address new opportunities or new enterprises that you may have on your plate or that are coming towards you. Make sure that you have managed everything you currently possess and you currently have. That is pretty much how the King of Pentacles operates. King of Pentacles doesn't go for a new project unless he finishes the current one, or at least have it in a stable state so that project doesn't go south, right? And finally, if you are feeling overwhelmed, right? If you are feeling overwhelmed, it's not going to hurt you if you bring your friends into the matter. So don't be afraid to ask, or be ashamed for that matter, to ask for help when you are feeling overwhelmed. Having that Tower card next to the King of Pentacles, that's not a big deal. It just pretty much shows that can I put it into words? It pretty much shows that you can play high risk, high rewards, but also you can you can make a safe bets as well. That depends how you would like to play your cards. But bottom line is that you already made your bet, okay, and you have to play the cards. Your choice. It is how you are going to do it. The safest way, like I told you, that you should first, consolidate what you are working on right now before you're jumping into the new stuff, is going to be the better way for you to proceed on forward. But definitely you are going to feel the stress and the pressure into the next couple of months on top of you. It's just, there are going to be constant, not difficulties, but let's say shenanigans and conundrums that you will have to solve one after another. And so that's it, guys. That is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you do have a very, very nice Mercury ingression, that it is direct. And we are going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.